morning, mama. It is time to wake up and be wealthy. It is time for you to become rich AF.
Sweet.
It is time for more ease, flow, and fun for you. It is time to build a life and business you are madly in love with. It is time to unlock the wealth codes needed to build your business with your dedicated host, me, Nellie Corvo.
One more time.
Nellie Corvo. I am the CEO and founder of the Wealthy Mama Movement, and I want to officially welcome you to the Wake Up and Be Wealthy show. I am the master at sales and social media with over 17 years of experience building brands in multiple industries, resulting in millions of dollars.
Nice.
I've mentored countless women from starting their businesses all the way up to multi-millionaires. I am here to be your go-to mama to help you build an iconic brand that you are proud of that creates massive cash and impact in the world. Without further ado, let's unlock today's episode. Enjoy! Hello!
Hello.
Do you know who this is?
I don't know. Do you know who this is?
So, my name is Nellie.
And my name is Crissy. And welcome to this episode.
Yes, welcome back to the show. Welcome to this episode. We are so excited to talk about all the things.
Yes. And enjoy the background noise. We don't know what's going to be said or what you're going to hear, but, you know,
This
it's
is
like
real
little
life.
Easter eggs.
I know.
Yeah.
So we've been business besties for years now. Let me kill this ant right here. No one come after me for that one. Anyways, we're having CEO day today and with our kids and getting lots of things done. And we had Greek food and now we're like, let's record a podcast.
Yes.
And we have no idea what we're going to talk about.
But those sometimes are the best episodes.
They are the best. So what do you feel like is your zone of genius, Crissy?
My zone of genius would have to be marketing strategy.
Why do you love marketing strategy?
Because strategy is different for every person, every product, every offer. And I think that's one reason that I went into social media. I love changes. You know, some people don't love change and they want everything to stay the same. I love change. So because strategy is always evolving too, right? And there's always so many new things popping up in the marketing scene these days. It's fun. It's fun to play with. It's fun to see what works, see what doesn't work, and give people amazing ideas that they get to implement.
Yes, and that changed their life and business.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
I
love that.
What about you? What's your zone of genius?
Eating and sleeping.
Okay,
Said the
for
pregnant
your
lady.
business.
I know. I'm a professional eater and sleeper right now. So for my business, I would say event planning. It's what I live for. I can't stop thinking about it. I love seeing an event come together. I love the transformation that an event creates. It's a lot of work. And events don't have to be huge, but I just love the moving parts and kind of like to your point, it's always changing. It's like high energy but then it's like done and you feel complete. Like the high that we had from QueenCon last year.
Right.
Oh, you can't even like package that up and like
it's like heart so full moment.
It really is. And we felt that way the year before and it wasn't in person. Like I remember you crying at the end. And so now that we had it 2 days in person and it felt like 20 times stronger, and now this coming year we're going to do 3 days.
Right.
So I just love events, and whether that's be like retreats, like so we have Disney coming up for my business. We have Vegas coming up for Queen Empire. So I love events, whether it's retreats, conferences, master classes.
So you're talking, when you say event planning, in-person events.
Yeah, kind of over Zoom.
I know.
It's a means to an end. It's a good in between.
Right.
But the true transformation happens in person.
Absolutely.
Because we don't have all the distractions.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
And you get out of your comfort zone of your day to day, and it's just different. You can't recreate it online.
And I think the trust that you build with an audience is so much more sincere and a faster process than online.
Yes. And the ahas for people and the connections that they make with other people, they become friends. They do business with each other.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that too.
So true.
That would be my go-to, is event planning. And that's what I've done for 15 years in all different ways. So I could do it with my eyes closed, I feel like. Although I don't recommend that. That probably wouldn't be too safe.
But right now, as long as you have snacks.
Yeah.
And naps.
I know.
And snaps, you'll be good.
I'm going to be very pregnant when we go to Vegas, so that'll be interesting. But it'll be a good time. So yeah. All right, so we've built a business together that's doing very well.
Very well for the amount of time that we've been into it.
Like, it kind of blows my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
It feels too easy.
It does feel too easy.
I'm like, this feels really good. It's just it's a cash machine, and it feels really good, and
we're hitting 6 figures this year, right?
Yeah, we'll probably be multiple 6 figures.
Okay.
Yeah, with very, very little work. Like, how many hours would you say we put in a week? Like, CEO day is a little different because this was special, but like,
I mean,
3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah. That's it.
Isn't that crazy? I love that.
And 1 day a week.
Yeah. It's awesome. But what I love about this business is it literally just started from, why are we not working together? Like, why are we we were working together to help each other's businesses, but why aren't we doing something together to monetize, to make money?
Right.
So it just started off as an idea, and we just started doing events. Imagine that.
Right. Although our first event was 2020. It was an amazing event.
I was like, wait a second, I thought it was good.
No, it was an amazing event, but we had full intention of it being.
We had 2 before the pandemic.
Well, that's true, but I mean our first big conference, I guess. We planned on being in person, but
that's true.
Due to 2020, that did not happen.
Yes, that's okay. We made a huge comeback.
We totally did.
And we're going to keep coming back, which feels good. But it just started off as an ask or an idea, really, like, why are we not doing something together? And that was a few years ago. Yeah,
and I think it's fair to say our first membership didn't quite go the way we wanted it to.
Yeah, I don't think we were married to it.
Right, exactly. We both had separate memberships at the time. We decided to combine them. But once we had the event idea and got people in person, that's where we really shine.
Yes, because I think it was different than anything else we were offering.
Right, that's true. It was the others was just too close to what we already had.
Yeah, and I think that also created like confusion, and then it created more work for us. It's like we're already doing our own thing. So now you literally can only get us once a month, either virtual or in person.
Yes.
For our business. And then once a year for a conference and once a year for a retreat.
Yes.
And like the once a month has like infinite growth too. So like although we'll be at probably multi-6 figures this year, we're not capped.
Right.
Either, which is exciting. Like the retreat has a cap.
Right.
But the conference, no cap. Right. We'll just keep getting a bigger venue. And then our networking offer. And then we're going to keep repackaging trainings that we're going to do and sell those passively.
Right.
I feel so grown up.
I know. It's like, where did baby Crissy and Nellie go?
I know. I remember our first Funnel Hacking Live that we went to. So Funnel Hacking Live is a huge conference. It's $1,000 a ticket, plus travel, all the things. And I feel like we were such babies.
Totally.
When we went to our first one. Last year, I think we were more grown up. And then this coming year, I can't wait to see who we are.
I know.
We could be on stage one day there.
Actually,
and speaking together.
That's true. But fun fact, our first episodes of our podcast together were recorded in the car on the way to FHL. And then we did our intro.
I know. That intro was fun.
In the hotel room.
I know.
That's so funny.
We love to work.
That. Yes, we do.
We love what we do. What has been the biggest thing that has surprised you over your entrepreneur journey?
Oh, this is easy. how much personal growth you have and how much, and I feel like mindset is just like the word Band-Aid these days. It's usually overused so much, but I do believe that working on your blocks, working on your triggers, working on all those things are like, it's the biggest personal growth journey ever.
And like, you can't put money on that, because like the healing of that is so powerful. On top of that, it helps you do make more money, but
right, absolutely.
Like,
and it's honestly stuff that you probably should have worked on in the first place,
right.
but because you were never really put in the situation, or you didn't value the personal growth that that wasn't even a thing before I was a business owner, right? Like, who talked about personal growth? Like, you go to college, like that was personal growth, right?
Right. Pay us lots of money.
Right. Exactly. So I think having the experience and realizing strategy is a huge part of your growth, but if you don't do the work on yourself, the strategy doesn't matter.
Ooh. Everyone wants the strategy, though, Crissy.
I know. And strategy is important, but you got to work on yourself.
Yes.
Like,
well, and I love then when they're like, my launch sucked. It's all like it was the videos I was doing, or I should have done ads, right? Like we point outwardly.
Yes.
Rather than like, okay, were we afraid to charge that much money?
Right.
Were we, not as focused as we should have been, or not excited about the offer? Like,
right.
I think it's just so easy to point the finger
Totally
outward, but you have fingers pointing back at you.
Yes. I am my problem. I am my solution.
Amen. I love that. It's so good.
What about you?
Oh my goodness. What has surprised me? I have met so many cool people. I felt that way with NC4K, the nonprofit I started and grew for 10 years. Like, I would have never met those people, and it feels like it's happening again. Like,
yeah,
so many cool people that I would have never met or gotten to know their kids, know their families, know them. That's been one of my favorites. Like, the personal growth for sure, but you already took that.
Sorry.
So, it's fine. But, like, just getting to know so many people.
Like, meeting your business bestie on Facebook.
I know. And it's just like, it's so cool because like hindsight's always 20/20, but like when you really start to look at like who you were at certain points of your life and your business, and like there's all these little breadcrumbs along the way, and sometimes we listen and sometimes we don't.
Right.
But it's cool when you do listen, like what can come from that.
Right.
Like, what will Queen Empire be 2 years from now?
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to get that RV.
Yes.
And travel everywhere.
And our Airbnb.
Yes. Have you watched the J-Lo documentary on Netflix?
No.
Watch it this weekend. So what I love about the J-Lo documentary is she's been around the block. Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
Her career is about 22 years old.
Wow.
And she, right before the pandemic is when she got the Super Bowl opportunity. And she said, I was not ready even 5 years ago for this. 22 years into her career.
Yeah.
Like.
So it's truly, you do get better with age, right?
You
like
do.
A fine wine.
Yes. But it was just, they showed like flashbacks of her, and like, it was just really humbling because I'm like, although I've been doing things for 15 years now, my online business is only 5 years old.
Yeah.
So if you really just look at that, I'm like, where is it going to be 5 years from now? Where's Queen Empire going to be? Where are you going to be? Like, it's just,
right.
We're just getting started. It's just exciting. Like,
and if you're listening, think about it. Where are you going to be in 5 years?
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's so good. And like, in the book, We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers, she has you go through, I don't know if you remember this when you listened to it, but she has you go through and make your dream $1 million budget and how close you actually are.
Yeah.
And we're so close to really what I want.
Right.
I think in your head, you think that you're so far away, but she's like, okay, what would your mortgage be for the house that you want? Divide that by 12.
Right.
Okay, you want to go to the spa every single month? Okay, what is that every month? Like, and I'm like, and then she says, take what you're currently bringing in from a salary perspective, and then deduct that from what you really need, and then divide that by 12. Hopefully I haven't lost anyone yet. But then that's your monthly amount that you need. And she's like, write down 25 ways that you could make that money. And it was just like, I'm so much closer, like, than I really give myself credit for. So it's just exciting. Like, we are so much closer to our goals.
Well, I think it's that, what is that quote? You cannot track what you don't measure or something like that. So you have no idea how close you are unless you look at the numbers.
Yes, I love looking at the numbers. Because it always makes you feel better. Even if it's not the numbers you want to see. You know, you're facing them. So, like, when I've added up my debt before, I'm like, okay, let's knock this out. And then when you start to knock it out, it goes down, and that feels good, you know? So I think we put so much emotion in our numbers, but they're there as a tool to help.
Absolutely.
So it's just exciting. I'm excited for the future.
So exciting.
So what is one thing that you want to call into existence in the future? We've kind of talked about the past, but
I want more, like, streamlined systems, like you and I were talking in the car, like, really just having every offer, like, an email sequence. It can even be an ad sequence for that matter, too. Like, just literally, like, taking people to the next step.
All automated, though, right?
All automated.
So you could, like, be sitting here right now, and it's doing the hard work for you.
Exactly. And it's kind of... like ads on automation, right? Like, if we have a low ticket offer or something we're running ads to all the time, or even building your email list with a lead magnet, right? It's all automated. I do nothing, right? Except nurture those people through, you know, an email a couple times a week that I do. But
then that email goes out to all the people at the same time. So it's still very efficient.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm loving, like, streamlining my content process, my video process, like, working smarter, not harder. Like, half of my podcasts are from videos. It's just so much easier. Like, we make things so hard, and, like,
it's a money block.
It is.
It's such a money block.
And it's like, you know, it's like I was teaching a class and I was telling people how to just, like, automate their TikToks, and I'm like, listen, it's $25 a month. You're not going to find a VA for $25 a month to do that for you, right? So just thinking of all the ways that we can automate things and make them easier, and less is more, and all of that stuff. Because let's be honest, if you're not posting to post and you're putting out content to pack a punch, you don't need to put that much out.
Less is more, baby. I love that.
Yes.
It's so good.
How about you?
I am getting everything organized before baby. So we're baby-proofing everything, to piggyback off of you, automation systems, you know, really having a small and mighty team. So we've really leaned down. We have no office space anymore. Well, we have an office space together, but we don't go there every day. So just more location freedom. And then once baby comes, probably even before baby, but the goal for next year is passive income streams. I really want to get down to CEO time in the morning is my only work time. And then I'll have my inner circle call, and that's it. So, like, really dwindling down my Zoom time, meeting time.
Yes.
It just eats up your whole day.
It does.
And with 2 children, if they need me to, like, if one of them is sick. Or if they have a school party, I don't want to have to move my whole day around. And so, but I also don't want to lose money. So I want money to grow, money to work for me. So just really thinking more expansively, where it can still impact lives, but it's not, you don't get me. Unless you're in my inner circle. Or you come to one of our events a couple times a year. So just very, very more exclusive.
I love that.
Because I think that's also a money block. Like, oh, sure, you want to have coffee with me? Let me drop everything I'm doing and spend 3 hours from the time you have to, like, pick out your outfit to drive to, like, go meet somebody. And, like, I used to feel like a jerk, but I just, in the season of life that I'm in and what I desire, unless we both energetically really want to do that, I don't want to have to do it. I just don't.
And I think even, like that's a lot to do with boundaries too. Like, I've been working on it always, like, I want to help people, right? At the heart of it, we want to help people, and it's hard not to just drop everything, and, you know, but then our life suffers if we do that.
Well, and I think there's the block of yes, we can help people, but let's charge a fee.
Right.
So, like, have a calendar link that has a payment link, or join my program and we actually do a weekly Q&A, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, and that they either do it or they don't, and that's okay.
Right. Absolutely.
Either way. I think the lines are just so blurred in entrepreneurship that I think people forget, like, you do this for a living. And it's like, even if it takes you only 5 seconds to answer a question, it's your knowledge that you're giving away.
Absolutely.
And that's your IP, right? Like,
absolutely. And there's so much free content that both of us and most of you listening probably do too, like with YouTube videos and
oh my gosh,
free master classes and workshops and free groups and all of those things. So there's always free options out there if you're not ready to invest. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get you're not going to get the strategy. You're not going to get the real meaty substance stuff unless you invest.
Well, and when you invest, I feel like you are more likely to get results because you're like, okay,
and implement.
Yes, I've got skin in the game. I'm going to show up to the call. I'm going to watch the recording or whatever it may be. I'm going to do the things. Free is not always better. Free is a great way to understand, do I like this person? Do I not?
Right.
But pay.
Right.
Okay, I love all of this. What is your best piece of advice for an entrepreneur growing their business?
This has changed over the years. I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously, I'm still a visibility queen. I still say get visible. I still get on video. But the things that I have learned, like even in the past, like 6 months, is your business does not have to look like anybody else's. And I think we get in our head by seeing like our mentors do things a certain way or people in a certain community doing things in a certain way. And we don't have to do anything the way anybody charging, the way they meet, the times that they, like none of that has to be, it's not cookie cutter. It doesn't have to be, this is your business. You wanted a business. I wanted a business to design, like to create this life that I get to design. Why can't we design the kind of business that fits in our life? And so the amount of hours you work, the time you get up, how late you stay up, all of that should look different to how you want it.
We peed on the potty by ourselves.
Yay!
And by we, I mean my daughter. But now we're butt naked under our dress. Scandalous.
And you washed your hands.
I'm proud of you, though.
No.
Oh, you did it?
You did it? What was the water on for?
Do you need help? Okay. I agree with you, though, because when you listen to you, that's when you're in. You okay? Okay. Oh gosh, that's when you're in full alignment with you. And like everyone else can be icing on the cake, but listen to you, your inner guide, because it's guiding you, and we get to listen. Right, absolutely. And I think that sometimes too, like, and I think a coach is there to guide you, right? Yes. A coach is there to guide you, but you still have to make the decision that's going to work with you, because if it's not aligned with you, you're not going to be 100% in. No. And then you're going to get that friction, and it's just not going to feel good. So I would 1,000% agree with that. For me, best piece of advice for a growing entrepreneur. My gut says go high ticket. Because you don't need a big team. Right. You're going to be, people think it's so much harder to sell high ticket. It's not. I actually struggle to sell low ticket. Every time I do a low ticket offer, I'm like, why did I do this? Yeah. Because you have to talk to more people. Right. It's a whole different animal. And sometimes people perceive what you're selling that it's not worth the price because it's too cheap. They're like, where's the poop, right? Like, this feels too good to be true. So high ticket, high ticket, high ticket. Now, we should absolutely have low ticket. Low ticket is important. An entry point, yeah. But go high ticket first. It's going to fill your bank account. Yes. Fill you with joy, but also not fill your calendar too much, which is good. And whatever number you're thinking, go higher than that. Yes. It's still not high enough, whatever you're thinking. True. So.
True. And just to put it in perspective, I was telling Nellie about this. There are coaches charging $33,000 a month. So you're not going to outprice yourself.
No.
Because
and people pay it.
Right, exactly. You just have to hold the belief that you are worth that. Because if you don't believe it,
yes,
you'll never sell it.
Yes. And I would agree with that. And my belief has gotten stronger over the years, and my prices definitely come with that.
Right.
So I love that advice because that is important. You can't just pull a number out of your booty and be like, okay, I'm going to do this. But then you're like terrified to say the number out loud.
Right.
Like, we've got to have the confidence.
And own it.
Yes.
Own the number.
Own the number. Own your zone of genius. That you can create that transformation for people.
Right.
Because even if they can't spend the money immediately, like one of my largest investments was with my coach, and it took me, I think, about 3 months to get ready for it. Like, I had to get childcare, I had to save up some money, I had to do all the things, but I was excited. I was genuinely excited, and I was with him for 2 years.
Right.
So.
And I think people don't understand the personal growth that you give that person to just make that investment in you. Like, there's so much growth there. There's so much personal growth. It's excitement. It's fear. It's like all these things mixed together, but it's going to push you. But you know what? The people, if you're charging high ticket, they're going to show up. They're going to show up. That's true too. They are going to show up.
Which then they're going to get results, which is going to help your low ticket offer because you've got these amazing testimonials.
Right.
So
absolutely.
It's a win-win-win. So that's my advice. Go high ticket. It's not as scary as you think.
Right.
But I like your advice too of like, you've got to believe in that price. And high ticket can be $3,000 to start.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be $33,000.
Right.
Like, of course we're not going to, like, that would be fantastic.
Go for it.
So yeah, I love that. Okay. So we know our listeners are busy. We could talk all day. I'm sure this won't be our last podcast episode together.
We'll do another one.
We'll just do another one. We had literally, like, we didn't even know what we wanted to talk about, but I think sometimes girl talk is fun.
It is fun.
So hopefully you got some really good nuggets. Where can people find you, Crissy?
You can find me, Crissy Conner everywhere. Instagram, it's Crissy Conner, pretty much everywhere. So, or thevisibilityqueen.com.
Yes, so good. And you can check us out at thewealthyqueenmovement.com. That is our website. And then if you go on any social channels, thewealthyqueenmovement.com, you'll find us there too. So.
And if you want us together, check out Queen Empire Columbus. Just about on every, Instagram, Facebook.
Yes. And if you don't live in Columbus, we still have offers for you too.
Yes,
absolutely. As a combined business. So we have tried our very best to have in-person and virtual because we have queens all over. But people come to our conference from all over too.
That's true.
It's in March.
Yes.
And you can totally get a hotel and come and hang out. It's worth every penny.
Yes, and we already have some good speakers lined up. We'll be dropping those hopefully in the near future, but you'll definitely get a lot of me and Nellie, and it's 3 days this year instead of 2.
Yes, so good. So we encourage you to go plant a seed with somebody that you would love to do an offer with, do a collaboration with. It could turn into multi 6 figures, who knows, even 7 figures.
There you go.
So until next time.
Bye.
Woo! Is your head spinning? I hope you took so many notes and you feel so inspired. Time truly flies when you're learning about becoming wealthy AF. I hope you loved today's episode. That does it for us on the show. Don't forget, every weekday we unlock another juicy money-making episode. So be sure to subscribe or follow where you're listening to this. And also, don't forget, if you haven't already, to leave us a 5-star review on your podcast platform so we can take over the world together. And share a takeaway on social media and tag me at The Wealthy Mama. We love doing spontaneous prize giveaways. So don't forget to tag us with a takeaway so we can reward you as being one of our biggest fans and listeners. Until next time, don't forget, you are worthy of being wealthy. And from everyone at the Wealthy Mama movement, we love you. Make